All right, we're going to play a game.
Mm.
Your Bachelor Nation picks, it's called. And it's who from Bachelor Nation would. So there's like 10 of these, kind of rapid fire.
Okay.
And I'm just going to ask them. But yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm setting it up like this. Okay. Swap lives with for a day.
Tyler Cameron. There's no question ever. I just want to know what it's like to have abs like that.
Have as a surprise guest on your tour.
Surprise guest on my tour. I guess it would be Maria at this point, just because when she posted that she was coming, like literally people bought tickets. Like I was like, I can't believe that she was on 2 episodes and they're buying tickets. I was like, who is this, Joe? You know, like
have dinner with their family.
I want to have dinner with. Is it filmed?
Yes.
Katie, with her mom and her aunt.
Katie Thurston?
Katie Thurston, the mom and the aunt.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Right. Remember how uncomfortable that was? I would want to see how that would go. I just want to see if they've, changed at all.
I knew you were going to be good with this. Okay, go on a pub crawl with.
I want to go on a pub crawl with you through Chicago. I want to.
All right. I love that. I love that.
Joe did say before we started this podcast, I'm going to be offended if Jared doesn't say my name.
And you could say me multiple times too.
No, yeah. I want Joe on the pub crawl. I want to go around, Old Town and see a day in the life.
Even though I live here, I probably live 2 blocks from you.
Yeah, I'm like looking at you out my window. Yeah.
Start a podcast with.
I would want to start a podcast with Nick Viall because I'm positive he would get the most money out of it. He would find a way to trick someone into giving us their life savings to do it. So I trust his keen ability to make money no matter what.
That's fair. Go to Coachella with.
Nobody. I would never go to Coachella. Any festival where I'm forced to stand. Do we have a sitting area? I guess, who I would go with? Hannah G and her husband. What's his name?
Dylan
and Hannah G, because I know that they would have like a private VIP section where only rich people could go and the peasants wouldn't be allowed in, and I'd have like a good situation, whatever.
If you're gonna go, that's the only option. Like
right, that's the only.
Yeah.
Joe and I are both the same age. No, there's no. I'm only going with Dylan on his dad's private jet.
Yeah. Let dress you.
Whoever's dressing Joey this season, that guy got.
Yeah.
He looks so much better. What's going on, right?
He's dressing really well. It's the same stylist as it always is. He dresses really well. I don't know if they, I'm assuming they always cater to the lead's style and what they want to wear, just like within certain parameters. But
doesn't Zach and Clayton see this season and go, maybe I need to give less opinions on my clothing? Cause maybe it's Joey's.
I feel like Joey was literally put me in anything. I don't care. This is kind of what I'm comfortable wearing. Do whatever. Or maybe he was very opinionated. I don't know.
Right. I would like to know. Or maybe the stylist had an intervention. Someone told him, get your shit together.
He's also good. He's also good looking. That plays a big part.
He also, I told him this, he has a tennis player's build, which I think is the king of builds for men. It's
especially
strong.
For clothing.
For clothing, it's strong but not intimidating. Lean but not skinny.
Yeah.
I've said this so many times that it sounds like I'm trying to seduce Joey at this point. But I do believe that he is the most dressable body. Yeah.
There you go.
The most dressable body award goes to.
I will use that as a clip.
I'm sitting here. I'm like the build of a Kleenex box, and I'm just jealous.
I just want to dress him. Okay. Make the Bachelor.
Who would I want to be the Bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't
They could
know.
be in a They could be married or in a
Yeah, they
relationship.
could be married or in a
matter.
relationship too.
Like, I don't know if I want someone messy or not messy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what I even want anymore because Joey
We've
was
had it
so.
all.
I want someone normal. Like, if I'm to be honest, like after watching Gary and how much I love that season, I want like someone older. I think I want me. I want me to be the Bachelor. I want to see what happens
That's fair.
when we stop. You know, we have an older guy who asks every woman what Chinese food order they would get as a first question, and also to see my mom on The Bachelor would be hilarious.
Where do you order Chinese food from?
New York City, overrated Chinese food as far as takeout is concerned. So I don't really have a good place. There's a place that's in the east side that's really good.
We order
We
from
have
Dim Sum Chelsea. It's actually
really
Is it
good.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend if they deliver it to you.
Do they deliver at 3 a.m. after I've had 17 martinis?
No, I actually think they close at 10.
That's a bad thing. But okay, I'm gonna go check it out because I'm on the same. I'm close to there, so maybe I need a place. New York, Boston. I'm from Boston. Boston has the best Chinese food, like takeout style.
Really?
And New York is just lets me down again and again. But I don't want to besmirch the city.
Boston's a good food city.
Good food city, but
But
Boston
not
and
in
Chicago,
everything.
No. Boston and Chicago are very similar to me. It's like they can do a bar food well. It's Barcelona.
It's no Barcelona.
It's no Barcelona. Yeah. No, I Boston, like to me, LA has great food. Like
LA's
love
got LA's got great food, great restaurants. Really does.
And it's in Philly. I have to give a shout out to Philadelphia. Has one of the best food scenes in the country. And people don't think of Philly because they hear cheesesteak and some asshole yells at them. But like they have, I think, some of the best. And this also is economics. When I talk about food cities, like New Orleans has good food too. Like because there's like, if you're a young creative chef and you want to open a restaurant, you need money to do that. So New York is so restrictive. Like Toronto, just by nature of it being an island, Toronto's wide. I think that's why the food is probably good. That helps it.
Yeah. And Chicago's a hard place to open up a restaurant too because they're ridiculous with what they're charging for real estate, especially in the West Loop. You can't even attempt to do it.
Listen, man. I like West Loop. Like that to me is like the West Village area, but I'm in the West Village, and West Village is now like a Simon Mall. Like places are moving here after they got big somewhere else. Like Industry Pizza just opened up, and it's like they don't open up unless there's like an investor that looks like Daisy's dad helping bankroll it.
Also, that pizza is awesome.
So good. I mean, I don't care that it's the newer one. It is so good.
We've been to both. It's just as good.
It's the same.
So good.
Yeah.
And that pizza, like it is like that. And you could tell everyone working there wants to be in culinary. Like there's a vibe there. Very
sure.
yes.
They care. They care for sure. All right, last one, and then we're done. Who would you want to make the Bachelorette? Which, if anyone from Bachelor Nation. So I guess you can't really say Maria because you already said her.
I'm cheering for Susan from the Golden. I guess I'm like thinking Golden. I really want them to change the Bachelorette. I really want them to have a woman who is, and I've said this, I don't know if I've said this before, but I just think the Bachelorette is not as fun of a show because of the makeup isn't serving like who it needs to serve. I think if they had like a 35-year-old lawyer who's never been married, who's been crushing it, and then the men you cast are like 35 and above. Like, I don't know why they haven't done that yet. I don't know why.
Well, they did. They had Claire Crawley, who
but then
was,
look
I think,
at the
35.
men but they didn't cast that in a way that was adult. Like to me, in my opinion, that's fair. But I don't know. I just want to see like, but maybe the men would be too afraid again in the same vein as like, how do you find these guys with no history to come on?
Yeah. I think it'd be hard to cast that. But I don't know. So I
but
mean,
wouldn't that be a fun show to watch? Like, wouldn't you cheer? Like, I don't know. With the success of the Golden Bachelor, I want the regular Bachelorette. You know, like I want that.
See, yes, but like I have some
You
of my
just want the show to
girlfriends-
grow up with you so you can always relate to it.
You want them to always be your age.
I'm getting too old. I'm too old for this shit. I'm sorry.
You're like, I can't watch 25-year-olds anymore.
Right.
A
Joe
lot of
got
my
me.
friends though will say they'll be like, I want the Bachelor or the Bachelorette to be hotter than me. They're like, I don't want someone that's like looks like me or is relatable to me. They're like, I want it to be like, wow, like she's
Serena, you didn't have to do that to me.
aspirational.
I said I wanted to be the Bachelor. No, I listen. It could be a hot 35-year-old woman. Like she could be hot and
totally.
aspirational.
I'm just like adding on to what you're saying. Like
No, you're
it could
right.
be
I agree.
35, career successful. I think looks play actually like a huge role into it though.
yeah.
I'm with you. Someone it has to be someone, and women follow other women for their style. I've never followed a man on Instagram for his style. So I agree with you that there has to be some aspirational, like, I just love how she dresses. I love how she operates. Like, that's why
she's
Maria.
beautiful. She's successful. She's like
Right,
quick on her feet. Like they have to be an aspirational figure.
I agree.
If they're too relatable, I think it is not as like there's not as much like glitz and glam to it. It doesn't
They
feel as
can't
much
be
like a
sad.
fantasy.
Listen, you go on dates
can't
with
be
women
sad.
at a certain age, and you go, and you're like, how do you tell your own story? Like there's two ways to tell it. There's the sad way, and then there's the fun way. Like everyone's got two versions.
And I think that's why Golden was so great, because everyone was looking at Gary and these women being like, yes, that's how I want to be when I'm 60 or 70 years old.
Absolutely. And they were pumped to just be out of the house. This was their Thelma and Louise. This is their 80 for Brady. We are out. We're doing it. We're vivacious. We're, again, like Daisy's grandma is who we thought we were getting, and we thought we were going to be sad. And it ended up being Daisy's dad, hot, banker type, so.
Well, we are going to see the Gold Woman on next week's episode, or one of the upcoming episodes, as we saw in the teaser. So
Yeah, we will.
Stay tuned.
And
Very
the answer
excited.
to the question of who do you want to make the Bachelorette is Susan.